In 1788, a young French aristocrat boarded a ship in the Caribbean. She expected a routine voyage home, a simple journey back to the life she had always known. Instead, she became one of history's most enduring and captivating mysteries. Her name was Aimée du Buc de Rivéry, and she vanished without a trace. There was no wreckage, no survivors, and no explanation. Just an unnerving silence that has lasted for centuries. But decades later, in the opulent heart of the Ottoman Empire, a mysterious woman of unknown origin rose to incredible power. Tonight, we untangle the threads of a disappearance that still divides historians. A story that blurs the line between fact and legend. Aimée was born into the elite of Martinique, a world of wealth, privilege, and powerful connections. Educated in a convent in France, she was poised for a life of comfort. Her own cousin, Josephine de Beauharnais, would one day marry Napoleon and become the Empress of France. But Aimée's destiny was about to take a much darker, more uncertain turn. In July of 1788, she boarded a ship bound for France, leaving the warm Caribbean shores behind. Witnesses on the docks described calm weather and fair seas as the ship sailed toward the horizon. Then, once it disappeared beyond sight, there was only silence. The ship, and everyone on it, was gone. What happened out on that vast, empty ocean? The first and most dramatic theory is that her vessel fell prey to Barbary pirates. For centuries, these corsairs prowled the Mediterranean and the Atlantic, targeting European ships. They weren't just after treasure. They were after people. Passengers were often captured and sold into slavery or, if they were valuable enough, traded into powerful political circles. Some accounts from the time claim a French ship matching the description of Aimée was indeed captured near the Azores. If this is true, then Aimée wasn't lost to the waves. She was taken. Her journey didn't end in France. Instead, she was transported across the sea into the entirely different world of the Ottoman Empire. This is where the story takes its most fascinating twist. Years later, within the gilded walls of the Topkapi Palace in Istanbul, a new figure emerged in the Sultan's harem. She was known as Nakşidil Sultan. Exceptionally intelligent, sophisticated, and fluent in French, she quickly became a favorite of the Sultan, and eventually the Valide Sultan, the powerful Queen Mother. Her influence was immense, but her origins were a complete mystery. Ottoman records about her early life are conspicuously absent. This vacuum of information gave birth to a powerful legend that Nakşidil was none other than Aimée du Buc de Rivéry, transformed from a French captive into an Ottoman queen. So, what's the evidence? Supporters of the theory point to Nakşidil's distinctly Western habits, her love of French culture, the European style reforms she championed, and her meteoric rise from an unknown captive to the empire's most powerful woman. They argue that her French background would explain her unique position and influence within the court. However, skeptics are quick to point out the problems. They argue that timelines don't quite match up, and many Ottoman historians maintain that Nakşidil was of Georgian descent, a common origin for women in the harem. Most importantly, there is not a single letter, diary, or official document that directly links Aimée to the palace. But for many, this very absence of evidence isn't a dead end. It's what keeps the mystery alive and so compelling. So, what truly became of Aimée du Buc de Rivéry? Was her life tragically cut short in a storm at sea? Her ship sinking into the depths? Was she captured by pirates? Her fate sealed on the open ocean? Or did she survive against all odds, navigating a treacherous new world to become one of the most powerful women in the Ottoman Empire? More than 2 centuries later, the answer remains lost somewhere between the shores of the Caribbean and the secrets of the Topkapi Palace. The truth, like Aimée herself, seems to have vanished, leaving behind only a fascinating and unsolved mystery. Thank you for watching. If you're intrigued by historical mysteries like this one, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more stories.